Hello everyone, welcome back to a new 999.
右手の突き当たりに大きな鉄の扉が見えますね。
Thank you, June, for the recap. There is a large iron door at the end. Last time we left off, we escaped from a bathroom.
行ってみるか。
What's this big door got?
何やってんだよ、セブン。
もしかしたらシャワー室に戻ってくることになるかもしれねえだろ。
Yeah. Seven's got the big ideas.
だから扉にほうきの絵を挟んでおいたんだ。さあ、行こう。
Surprised the door, being as heavy as it is, wouldn't break the broom, but it's a pretty solid piece of wood, I guess, but I was used to growing up with those really shitty, like, plastic brooms. They're basically like all hollow plastic.
淳平くん、あれ、
どうした？
壁に何か貼られてませんか？
俺は。船内マップだ。
左上のところに C デッキとありますね。
このフロアのマップだってことか。じっくり見るのは後にしよう。今は進まないと。いいか、開くぞ。
Thank you, sliding doors.
こいつは。
おいおい、マジかよ。戻ってきちまったってのか。
Yep, here we are. This is where we reunite.
四つ葉ちゃんに、ヤシロさん、一宮さんも無事だったんですね。
Yeah, never mind the fact that I potentially left all of you for death and we had no way of knowing that we were actually going to make it back over here. Ignore that part, please.
あれ？ヤシロさんがすごい形相でこっちに。
どの面下げて戻ってきたのよ。
I hope you didn't slap June. I hope you slapped me. June didn't deserve that. I mean, they went along with it, but... Okay, it was me. Cool.
よせよ。それどころじゃねえんだ。
何よ。
いいから見てこい。ドアの間にドライバーをかませておいた。すぐそこの数字の書かれてないドアだ。ロックはかかってねえから、そこから入れ。進んでいくとシャワー室がある。そこのドアにも同じようにほうきの絵が挟み込んであるから。
Yeah.
見てこい。
Honestly, thanks to Seven for having the idea to do this, because they might not believe us otherwise.
ナンバリングドアを通らなくてもその部屋に入れるってこと？
ああ、そうだ。
一体何があるのよ。
行けば上がる。
ね
そうね、行きましょう。
Oh. This is going to be really, really rough for you. Before, we just kind of, like, you already knew. We didn't see your reaction.
やれやれ、必ず戻ってきてくれると信じている。確かに私はそう言ったが、まさかこんなに早く実現する。私も行くべきなのかな。ああ、わかったよ。
Oh god. Poor Clover didn't even get a warning.
おそらくニルスは殺されたんだろう。あの9番の男が死んだ時と同じような状況に追い込まれてな。
Okay, this might mostly be the same. Let's look at the flowchart. Where exactly are we? It's the potential to be slightly different. Oh, it looks like we're headed down the same path, though. We're all just going to head back to the yellow submarine. Yeah. Okay, so we're on this path. This might differ slightly since I did all that, but I think that was just us getting to do like a unique puzzle that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. So the middle path here is the one you want to take that doesn't lead to just like the worst dead end. I'll listen to this for a second just to see if anything, you know, slightly different happens, because I did basically leave them here to potentially die. But I don't think anything will.
やった方。
Oh, okay, we can make a different decision here. Junpei wasn't sure. Was Zero still in the ship with them? Let's say, of course, just to see what the difference here is.
そうだよな。それにしてもゼロのやつ。
多分ゼロはこの中に。
Yeah, it doesn't really change too much. Okay, I don't think anything's changing otherwise at this point. I think we're good now.
あの時計の鐘の音だな。
Okay, let's hit up the flow chart and go back over here, and I'm going to choose the other door.
さて、順平。
Alright, door 8, that's the one I want.
俺は8の扉に入ろうと思う。
そうか。8だな。
ああ。
すると必然的に紫は7ってことになるわけだが。
So June's gonna go the path. I mean, we should meet up with each other. We're gonna see how things play out differently. Maybe we'll actually see the attacker this time, since the people that went through door 8 were the ones we just found dead in the staircase before. So maybe that's why this path is better, because you have more of an opportunity to stop things.
どうしてですか？
なんでだよ。
俺たち6人が揃ってこの先へと進むにはな、次の3通り。
Yeah, okay. So here's Santa's whole
これ以外の
explanation.
要するに分かった。
Yeah.
それじゃあ私はこの先ずっと。
おいおい。離れ離れ、最初の4と5のチームは2つにはきっと同じ。
どこが先？
ああ。
おそらく。
俺は待ち。
どうして？
Okay. Yeah, this is mostly stuff we've heard before too.
大丈夫だ。
Yeah, because we had this same conversation.
残った俺と四つ葉は自動的にどっちかへと割り振られることになるからな。なんだ？俺が7で四つ葉が8に入りゃいいのか。
So I'll be with Clover again. Hasn't happened much.
四つ葉、何か異論は？
別に。
よし、それじゃあこれで決まりだ。行こう。
Alright, squad.
準備はいい？
ああ。
うん。
行くわよ。
Okay. Lotus and Clover in my backup. We got this.
開いた。
Lotus seemed pretty useful for puzzles, at least in one of the earlier ones. I mean, she didn't really help when we were stuck in the freezer, but I legitimately don't think there was much she could do.
行こう。
Alright. Where's that dead?
紫。
純平くん。
何やってんの？
Yeah, we gotta go. Come on. I understand you two have unresolved feelings, but come on.
残り81秒よ。急いで。
Wow, we found that fast. Easy.
止まったわね。
くだらない。
可愛くない女。絶対モテないタイプよ、あれ。
What a weird thing to say.
この組み合わせにしたのは失敗だったかもしれないな。
I mean, Seven and Clover didn't get along either, so...
とりあえず追うか。
Let's go, Junpei.
行き止まりね。一応。左手の壁に扉があるけど。
ラボラトリー。
Yeah, that's where
実験室
Dexter's hanging out.
嫌な響きね。どう考えてもまともな部屋とは思えないわ。
って言っても他に扉はなかったしな。ここを開くしかないだろ
純平くん？
う。あ？
お先にどうぞ。
わかったよ。
Okay, I'll go into the creep-ass laboratory first. So we're going to see some more experiments? I'm guessing. It's definitely another escape.
窓の向こうにもう一つ部屋があるのか。
まるで監視部屋ね。
なんだありゃ。
気味が悪いわね。
あの人形、まるで手術を待つ患者みたいだな。
ここは実験室でしょ？どっちかっていうと人体実験の被験者じゃない？まあどっちにしろ気味が悪いってことには変わりないけど、突然起き上がってきたりとかしないわよね。
さあ、どうだろうな。なんかケーブルがぶっ刺さってるみたいだし、間違ったスイッチを押しちまったりすると。
やめてよ。考えただけでもゾッとするわ。
そういや四つ葉はあいつ 大丈夫か？
何が？
何がって。お前のことを心配してるんだよ。さっきからずっと黙ったままだし。
Yeah, I mean, I think we can get an idea of why she's been real quiet, Junpei.
いけないの？
Also, yeah, let her go non-verbal if she wants to. Sometimes you need to, especially if you're overstimulated, and especially if you just saw your brother's corpse.
いけなくはないが。
ふん。だったらほっといてくれない？
そういうわけにはいかないだろう。この先協力していかなきゃいけないわけだし。
順平には私の気持ちなんてわからないんだよ。お兄ちゃんは私を置いていなくなっちゃうような人じゃないの。きっと何かあったんだよ。
Yeah, I mean, we already discussed this, actually. I mean, in the part that, you know, we had already seen before, Seven straight up talks about the fact that he had to be tricked into the door. Like, there were probably two people, we have two murderers, and they shoved Snake in the door by himself, and then he blew up. So, we know there's two murderers that did this.
何か良くないことが。
どうしたの？
とにかく私のことはもういいからほっといてよ。
I guess the big thing to think about would be, let's see, we went in door 3, Snake was 2, so who could possibly be the people that could have authenticated the door and then pushed Snake in? Would have had to be, let's see, Santa would be 5, so 2, 5, 7, we need a 3. So... 12 would work, because it would be 1 and 2. So, well, that wouldn't work because Santa's there. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, fact-checking and stuff you could probably do with the calculator here. 2 plus 5, and then if, like, you know, we did Lotus, which is 8, digital root would have been 6, so that wouldn't work. 2 plus 8 plus 1 would of course just be 2, which wouldn't be enough for the door, so it couldn't have been Ace. And then June is 6. 2 plus 6 would be 8, and then we would need 5. Oh wait, no, never mind, I mathed wrong. So 2 plus 6 plus 4 would do it though. Yeah, that would be 3. I don't have any idea why Clover would do that to her her own brother. But yeah. Oh wait, no, I was doing my math wrong. Santa's 3. So 2 plus 3 would be 5. And then plus 8 would be, yeah, still 4. Yeah, there's probably, you could probably piece together some ideas because, like, yeah, like they said, it has to be some sort of configuration that would get them through door 3. Because that is the path we specifically took to get to Snake, so that would be the door we would have had to go through. And then who's 7? 7 is 7, actually. What am I talking about? So 2 plus 3 plus 7 would be 3. So Santa and 7 could have done it. 2 plus 3 plus 7, digital root 3, yeah. I haven't really dove into this too much because it's like, I mean, they might want you to at this point just to kind of come to some conclusions about who it could have been, but it would have been really weird for Seven to specifically bring up the whole idea that it was 2 people that did this if he was one of the ones that did it, I guess? Like, that would be odd, I feel. if he specifically like brought up the idea that's potentially ratted himself out, unless he brought up this idea as a red herring to throw us off the actual thing that they did. But, eh.
おい待てよ四つ葉待てってそっちは
ほっといてって言ってるでしょ。
四つ葉、上。
Uh-oh.
ちょっと何よこれ。
待ってろ今開けてやるからな。
まったくしょうがないわね。
ダメだびくともしないぜ。
Yeah, I mean, this must just be part of the puzzle. Clover's gonna have to be separated from us.
ちょっと待ってよ。簡単に諦めないでくれる？
諦めたわけじゃない。これもおそらくゼロの企みのうちの一つだろ。
Yeah, exactly.
だとすると必ず開く方法が。
とにかく調べてみよう。俺とヤシロはこっちのエリアを探すから四つ葉はそっちを頼む。
わかった。
Okay. Bow, bow, bow. Alright, laboratory. Let's see what we've got. Hopefully this goes a little bit easier for me than the last one did. Looks like the door is the exit. The door on the right just goes to the laboratory. Oh, this door isn't going anywhere. The ice won't open. And that's about as much as I expected. I don't think Zero would let us out of the room quite that easily. Right. Let's think about ways we could open this door. Like what? Everything suggests the door is the exit. The only problem is figuring out how it opens. There's like the control for an electronic door lock. There's a red light on the display. That means it's locked. If we can get that light to turn green, then maybe we can get Clover back. Okay. Hands on the clock have stopped moving. Clock may stop, but time goes on. No time to screw around. Need to figure out a way out of here. It's a clock. The hands have stopped, so we don't know what time it actually is. Okay, wonder what this cable is connected to. One side of this thing is in the room with us. The other side extends into the laboratory where Clover is. In other words, the console in front of us is connected to the device in the laboratory. Yep. Thick cables covering the wall and ceiling. A lot of stuff here. Don't know how we could use any of these. I can say for sure that I do know how to use at least one of these things. Which one? The one on top. I think it's a power cable. Power cable, huh? I'll take that. 3-pronged power cable. Yep, that's exactly what that is. Definitely a power cable. Do you remember if we ran into anything that didn't have power? Okay. Piece of equipment. Some of them might be useful. This is keyhole. This looks like a keyhole for the activation key. Keyhole. I might be able to activate this thing if I find the right key. These things are supposed to power that machine in the other room. Doesn't appear to be doing that. I wonder how we're supposed to turn it on. Okay. This is a really old type of keyboard. Pretty old-fashioned. Okay, yeah. That all makes sense to me. 2 levers here. Do you think they activate something? Why don't you move one? Alright, I'll give it a try. Nope. Doesn't look like anything's happened. The thing about this room that's changed is that the lever is down now. Not very impressive. Okay. Monitor doesn't have a power cable, so one end of this cable needs to be connected to a monitor, and the other end needs to plug in under the desk. Alright, let's just slip you in. Huh? Oh shoot, I can't use this. What's wrong? Cable has 3 prongs, but the socket only has 2. It's not gonna fit, is what I'm saying. In other words, we're gonna need a plug to change the power cable to one with 2 prongs. We need like an adapter? That's right. That's the power cable. Without the 2-prong plug, it can't be connected. Or we just need a 2-prong plug, the mouse. Okay. These lockers are a little larger than the ones on top. Let's see if there's anything useful. And nothing. Ethanol. Ethanol. Wonder if this is for antisepsis. Oh, it says anhydrous ethanol. Anhydrous. Is that different from the regular ethanol? Come on. That's... Whoops, it skipped it. That's a powerful cleaner. It can even erase marks left by a permanent marker. You know that ethanol is used in some alcoholic drinks? Does that mean you can use booze to clean up marker graffiti? Well, I don't know about that. I'd rather drink it than use it to clean. Don't drink that. I'm not gonna drink it. Bottle of anhydrous ethanol. Apparently, it can erase the marks of a permanent marker. I keep wanting to say androgynous ethanol. No, that's not what it is. They're cardboard boxes. There's some papers and stuff in them. What's in the boxes? They look quite full. As far as I can tell, just... Oh my god, why does it keep doing that? Just, paper with stuff listed about experiments is I'm guessing what they said, but it's all really technical and stuff. Isn't there a way to see previous, log? There usually is in these games. I'm pretty sure it's a button that I've pressed before, but... Cardboard boxes filled with papers. Junpei, do something, please! Okay, I'm trying. Silver handrail. Looks like a regular handrail. Window made of really thick glass. I don't even think a bullet could break it. Doesn't matter what I hit it with. Oh? Is this like an examination table? There's a creepy mannequin in here, guys. Can you pass us something through the bars? I don't know what kind of table this is, but part of it's all black. The pin lying over here, I think someone probably used it to make the table black. Well, if they only used the pin on one part of it, there's probably something underneath all that pin. Clover, do you think you can erase it? Yeah, sure. Oh, this is permanent marker. Do you know how to erase ink from a permanent marker? Erase ink from a permanent marker, huh? Give me just a minute, Clover, I'll be right back. I'm here. Part of the table's been covered. If I could find something that could get rid of that ink, I could hand it over to Clover. Okay. Clover, use this ethanol. Should be able to wipe off that permanent ink. What am I gonna wipe with? Oh, well, your clothes, of course. Kidding, just kidding. Please don't look at me like that, you're scaring me. Okay. I mean, if it's a life or death situation, yeah, you bet your ass I'm using my clothes. Can you use the cloth on the table? Use, huh? Soak it in ethanol and then use it to wash off all the stuff from the permanent marker, okay? Okay, so I gotta soak the cloth with ethanol, yeah. Well, she's got the cloth, but she seems to be having a little trouble with the bottle of ethanol. When she's ready, I should ask her to get to work on that stuff on the table. Soak the cloth in ethanol and... Junpei, it's working. It's wiping the permanent ink off. Huh? Some kind of weird drawing under all the permanent ink. What's the deal with that drawing Clover found? Maybe I should ask her to take another look at the table. Wonder what this is. A bunch of numbers and some kind of grid? Can't see it from here. Clover, you've got a pen and a notebook, right? Could you write those numbers down and then hand them to me through the bars? Okay. Roger. Roger. Stuff on the table seems like it's some kind of hint. Okay. Here, Junpei. I wrote down all the numbers from the desk on here. Papers with numbers on it acquired. New material has been added to the file screen. Oh, the file screen specifically. Clover's note. Note Clover copied from the stand in the library. It has 4 numbers written in 9 separate cells. Is this like... I hope this isn't like a Sudoku. I hope it's just figure out which numbers... Well, I mean, that's basically Sudoku. I really hope it's not a Sudoku. I'm terrible at those things. Hey Clover, how are the power cables? Huh? What do you mean? Does the plug have 3 prongs or 2? I don't know what you're talking about. Let me get a look. If she does kind of have to crouch down to get a look. Cable on the monitor has, it's got 2 of these little metal thingies. What does that mean? That's it. Can you unplug that cable and bring it over here? Okay, but, well, I can unplug it, but it's connected to the main computer. I can't take it over to you. Damn it, that's no good then. How about just the plug? What? The plug? Well, maybe more like a connector? The sort of thing that makes the plug with 3 metal thingies into a plug with 2 metal thingies. Yeah, an adapter. I've had to use those before. Still useless? Not useless at all. That's just what we were looking for. Okay. Can you hold on for a little bit? And back down she goes. Alright, unplugged. I'll hand it over to you through the bars. Thanks. Here you go. 2-prong plug. Thanks. 2-prong plug. 2-prong plug that you can use to convert the power cable from a 3-pronged to a 2-pronged. Yep. It's the adapter, yep. Okay, put the 2-prong plug into the head of this power cable. There we go. Fits perfectly. Should be just what we need. Okay. Let's immediately look at this. Got a 2-pronged power cable in my hand. Pretty sure this will work. Into the desk I go. Let's just plug this thing into the monitor. Alright, that ought to do it. Alright, let's turn the power on. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Why not? Well, it's not connected to the main computer. Never know until you try. Pretty optimistic.
あ、着いたぞ。
Well, yeah, good thing Lotus told us to try.
Huh?
Updating RSF file, making directory. Oh no, we're installing Windows!
なんでだ？画面が勝手に動き始めたぞ。
みたいね。
みたいねって、不思議に思わないのか？
何が？
こいつにはマシンの本体が接続されてないんだぞ。あるのはキーボードと液晶ディスプレイのみだ。
Actually, we might be installing Ubuntu or something on this, you know? It could be that too.
ケーブルも、さっき接続した電源のやつしか刺さってない。
Yeah, we don't have an HDMI or anything.
なのに、なんで動くんだよ。
ワイヤレスディスプレイなんでしょ？
ワイヤレスディスプレイ？
本体とは無線でつながってるのよ。ただそれだけのこと。
I would hate a wireless display.
っていうか、淳平くん、いつの時代の人間？
Can you imagine the delay on that? That'd be awful.
それって、今は主流だったりするのか？
I mean, we might get there eventually, but I don't think we're there right now. Not to the point where I would want to do anything besides, like, look at email on it.
少なくとも、私の周りではね。
え？
止まったわね。
パスの4文字と、コロンか。
どうやらパスワードを入力しないとダメみたいね。
またかよ。この部屋のどこかにヒントが隠されてるってことか。
探してきてくれる？
あ、わかった。って、お前は
私は自力で何とかしてみるわ。
自力で？
そう、自力で。
ヤシロ？
さて、一丁やっつけてやりますか。
Are you a hacker? Is that what's happening right now?
え？
Oh, hacker voice, she's in.
意外だった？
I don't like where Junpei's eyes are right now. It looks less like you're looking at her in shock and more like... Come on, Junpei. Come on. Focus up.
当たり前だろうが。早すぎてもはや打ち込んでる指が見えねえし。
Oh no, you need to train more. She's moving so fast. I can't even see their movements.
お前一体何者だ？何の仕事してんだよ。
無職よ、今はね。前はセキュリティソフトの会社に勤めてたんだけど、辞めたの。
Yeah, cybersecurity.
どうして？
まあ、ちょっとね。
あ、そうか。
Yeah, let her focus.
で、今は何をしてるんだ？
ブルートフォースアタックの準備。
ブルーと、なんだって？
Just make sure you don't get us locked out, you know, with like repeated failures and then it just like bricks the PC or something. I've dealt with that before in IT. Where we had for some reason our company had a system set up where if you like got a password wrong, like I think it was 3 times or something, which I stopped before then, but then I called help desk and they were like, try one more time, and then I was like, it didn't work. And they're like, oh yeah. Also that bricked the PC, so yeah, it just bricks the drive and everything if you get it wrong too many times as a way to protect company resources. And I'm like, wow, that seems like a terribly wasteful bit of software, but...
ブルートフォースアタック。総当たり攻撃のこと。暗号を解読するための最も確実で最も面倒な手段。
I don't know if I'd call it simplest. The simplest way to break a cipher or hack into something is just like, what's the word? Like social like manipulation? Things like that. Like be like, oh, hey, can I borrow your computer for a second? Or like, can you give me this password? Your boss wants it or something. Like just send them a message out of the blue and hope they don't ask any questions.
想定されよる文字列の組み合わせをすべて確かめていく。そんな考えただけでも気が遠くなるような作業。
So are you doing this manually or did you write a script for this? Because I really hope you wrote a script.
それを自動で行ってくれるプログラムを組んでいるのよ。
Okay, there we go. Thank God.
まあ、あまりエレガントなやり方とは言えないけど、この環境じゃ仕方ないわよね。ところで、さっきの話だけど。
I mean, I'm sure this is not what Zero intended for us to do. I mean, they probably just intended for us to, like, you know, so there's probably another way to solve this without brute forcing it, but
さっきの話？
ワイヤレスディスプレイの話。これってよく考えてみると、やっぱり不思議よね。
ん？
なんて説明すればいいんだろう。例えば今、足し算を実行するプログラムを書くとするじゃない？
This is the music that plays when they're going to talk about their morphogenic frequencies shit again.
で、1足す1イコールと入力する。すると画面には答えである2という数字が表示されることに。ほら不思議だ。不思議じゃない？
あんまり。
だけど、大昔の人だったらそう思うわよね。わからないかな。1足す1の計算をしたのは誰？
コンピューターの本体だろ？さっき無線で繋がってるって。
Are we going to start talking about the idea that, like, maybe the things you see being pulled up on the monitor isn't like the actual solution, or it's like being obfuscated or obscured some way and you're seeing like a different reality through the computer screen?
でも大昔の人だったらそうは思わないわよね。多分このモニター自身が計算をしてるんだってそう思うはず。
Yeah, I mean, someone that doesn't know what they're talking about would think that for sure.
で、彼らは検証を始めてみるわけよ。モニターの表面をペン先でつついたりして、ここを押すとこんな風に色が変わるのか。次に中の基板をウリウリといじくって、なるほど。ここの配線がこの出力と関係してるんだな。最後にはこの配線をブチッと切断してみたりとかもして、やっぱりそうだ。配線を切断したら結果が出力されなくなった。ゆえに計算をしているのはこのモニター自身なのだ。本当は順平くんの言った通り、コンピューターの本体が計算してるのにね。でも大昔の人たちはそのことに気づかない。まさか無線でつながってるとは思いもよらないから。
それで結局何が言いたいんだお前は。
I mean, it could be an all-in-one PC. I actually don't know if they had all-in-ones yet at this point. I kind of hate all-in-one PCs. They're awful. I remember they were a big thing when I was like in college and looking at PCs and stuff. They were really trying to sell all-in-ones.
別に何も。ただもしかしたら人間と脳の関係も同じなのかもしれないってそう思ったから。例えば人間の脳のいろんな場所に電極を刺すとするじゃない。その時研究者はこんな風に言うかもしれない。ここを刺激するとこんな風に色が見えるのか。なるほど。ここの神経回路は A という機能を司ってるんだな。よし、試しにこの部分を切除してみよう。やっぱりそうだ。この部分を切除したら A という機能が失われた。ゆえに人間の思考活動は脳によって行われているのだ。ね？同じでしょ？人間の脳はただの出力装置、モニターなのかもしれないわ。思考活動を行っているのはどこか別の場所にある本体で。
Okay, yeah. Here we are getting back to the collective consciousness, shared experiences, morphogenic frequencies thing. I would venture to say that, I mean, maybe I'm just taking a stupid approach towards this, but I would venture to say that the eyes would be more the monitor, and then your brain is actually what's processing everything that your eyes give you. So the eyes are the input, and then the brain processes that, and then outputs things for you, like reactions and various other things like that. But I see what you're saying.
ただ私たちはそれを知らないだけなのかも。考えもしないのよ。大昔の人たちが電波の存在を知らなかったと同じように、私たちも思考の情報を運ぶ未知の媒体が存在するなんて思いもよらないから。
脳はただの出力装置。思考の本体は別の場所にある。
We're getting into like a hive mind collective conscious Sybil system for people that have seen that show before. We're getting into that sort of area.
何言ってんだよ。
もしかしたらセブンの記憶障害もそういうことなのかもしれないわ。記憶はどこか別の場所にある本体の方に格納されていて、本当は何も忘れてなんかいないのかもしれない。ただ脳というモニターに障害があるからうまく思い出せないだけで。
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, Seven's hard drive is corrupted.
失語症や孟子の人も同じ。本当は喋れるのかもしれない。本当は見えてるのかもしれない。ただモニターの調子が悪いだけでね。あとはそう、総合失認症の人だってそうかもしれないし。
ちょっと待て。
Yeah, I think you're going over Junpei's head now, and this is also a wild take.
総合失認症?
Honestly, I'm just more so surprised that she can articulate all these thoughts while also sitting here doing this brute force entry thing. I wouldn't be able to properly articulate my thoughts while also doing something like this. I would constantly get distracted and be like,
知らないの？総合失認症。
初めて聞いた言葉だ。
簡単に言うと、人間の顔を識別することができない症状のこと。あの人とこの人の顔を区別することができないの。当然、顔を覚えることもできない。だから、道でばったり知り合いに出会っても、その人が誰なのかわからないのよ。
yeah, I mean, I'd heard of this, but I did not know the correct term for it.
と言っても、大抵は声や服装で判別できるみたいだけどね。
それって人間の顔が全部のっぺらぼうみたいに見えるってことか？
そういうのとはちょっと違うみたいよ。例えば猿山の猿を考えてみて。私たちにはどの猿も同じ顔をしてるように見えるでしょ。別にのっぺらぼうに見えるわけじゃないけど、それでも一頭一頭区別することはできないはず。長年付き合っている飼育員なら見分けることはできるのにね。
Okay.
まあ要するにそういうこと。
総合失認症か。そんな症状があったとはな。ほんで何の話だったっけ？
脳はただのモニターなのかもしれないって話。
それって本気で言ってるのか？
まさか半分は冗談よ。
Well, I'm glad you're having fun.
残りの半分は？
そうね、下段かしら。
Adulting?
寒いな。
とにかくただのヨタ話みたいなものだから真に受けないでね。
Okay. Cool.
ちょっと思いついたから退屈しのぎに行ってみただけ。でももう話す必要はなくなったわ。
God, all of these characters really do just have their little hyperfixations that you'll just be like, I'm gonna yap about this for 20 minutes and you're gonna sit here and listen.
どうして？
Relatable.
退屈じゃなくなったからよ。
完成したのか？そのブルーとなんとかってやつ。
ほら結果が出るわよ。楽勝ね。
画面が切り替わったが、なんだこりゃ。
Some weird tetronomos, but more than likely it's a Sudoku board.
さあね、パズルのように見えるけど。
解いてくれないのかよ。
仕方がないじゃない。プログラムが組めないんだもの。キーボードを叩いても。
I still feel like there must have been some sort of solution in here otherwise, because how would you solve that if you didn't have a hacker that just had knowledge enough to actually do that? Like there would have been no guarantee that Lotus would have came in here unless Zero specifically set the doors up in the game in such a way that Lotus specifically had to come in here. But that seems like a big gamble. So there must have been an alternate way to solve this, I assume. Because yeah, like the games so far have not assumed like you knew like how to play Baccarat, for example. I mean, I guess it kinda did because Seven explained it to us, but there was another thing. Oh yeah, the piano thing, where it was like, yeah, the game did not assume that you needed or did not expect you to know how to play the piano to solve that puzzle because it specifically messed with the keys. So you didn't need to be able to tell the difference between a G and God, what's another note? An A? Is an A a music note? It's been so many years since band. A C. Let's do a C. Yeah, the keyboard.
ほらね。こうなったら私にはどうすることもできないわ。
Yeah, I mean, look, all the stuff you just said, Junpei was just sitting there nodding his head saying, ha ha ha, you say funny words, magic woman.
というわけだから、淳平くん？
え？
何よ。ちょっとぐらい休ませてくれたっていいでしょ？
Yeah, it's okay. Go take your break.
私はきちんとやるべきことはやったんだから。
それは、まあ、そうだよな。助かったよ、ヤシロ。
はいはい。素直でよろしい。
さて、ここから先は、自分の力で何とかしないとな。
Okay. I mean... okay. I see what that note's about. This is a lights out situation, but does that note just straight up tell us how to do it? So when I solve one of the panels, the colors of the ones next to it switch. Looks like there's some text here. All panels green equals unlocked. Restriction, no more than 4 attempts will automatically reset after failure. In other words, I have to get all the panels green in less than 4 tries. Yeah, and that's why this note exists. So you could solve this on your own, which I think I would have the ability to do, but... I mean, they gave you the note for a reason, right? Here's sure whatever the instructions. Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. I solved it. Did you hear a noise just now? It's weird that they gave you the solution to that. That feels like a puzzle that would have been doable. Like, I probably would have struggled with it for a few seconds, but... I mean, I guess I didn't have to look at the note. I could have challenged myself and tried to do it on my own if I wanted, but you were also only listening... I don't know. Did you hear a noise? Yeah, I did. It sounded like something unlocking. Where did it come from? Look, Junpei. The lights on the lockers are green. You must have unlocked it with a computer puzzle. What's in here? Keys? More than one key. One is small and looks like it goes to some sort of machine. And this one has the Earth symbol. I think the Earth symbol matches the keyhole in the door on A deck. Once that's the case, we probably don't need the Earth key right now. Alright then, Earth key. I'll tuck you away deep in my pocket. Now as for the other key. Activation. What key is this? In the shape of it, I'd say it's not for a door. Probably some sort of device. Oh, what is it? Do you think maybe this is the activation key for that thing? Yeah. Yeah, it has to be. I feel good. It's like a key to activate, yeah.
ねえ、順平。ちょっといい？
Are you going to monologue at me now?
どうしたんだ？
あのね、一つ聞きたいことがあって。
Seems like you might be.
順平、さっきお兄ちゃんと一緒に5の扉に入ったでしょ？その時、何か気になること言ってなかった？
そうだな。すまん、四つ葉。特に思い当たることはないよ。ただ、人並み外れた聴覚を持ってるとかなんとかって。
In other senses too, he said.
そんな話ぐらいしか。
そう。
ちょっと待ってくれ。こんなこと聞いていいのかどうかわからないが、もしも差し障りなかったら教えてくれないか？ニルスは生まれつき。
目のこと？
そうだ。
生まれつきじゃないよ。お兄ちゃん、小さい頃事故に遭って、交通事故。それで視力を失っちゃったの。左腕も。
左腕？
お兄ちゃんの左腕は普通の人とは違うの。
Is it a prosthetic?
人工的に作られたものなんだ。
Okay.
事故の時に大怪我を負って、そうしなきゃならなくなって。 もういい？
すまなかったな。辛いことを思い出させてしまって。
うん。
Okay. Well, we're back in. I know I need to use this. Shape sure makes it seem like it goes to this machine. Alright, I'm turning it on. Monitor's on. It's full of letters. Showing some kind of warning. Power restored to experimental device. Emergency system will activate in the event of abnormal subject behavior. Okay. That's power restored. Typing on this keyboard isn't doing squat. Keyboard, it does nothing! Alright, what about the window? Fine. Something sticking out of the mannequin's head, like wires or something. What the hell were they doing in there? Huh? Why is she all quiet now? They were doing experiments on humans. Probably. Oh man, now she looks sad. There's a mannequin lying on the exam table. Why does she look sad? Are you one of the kids that was experimented on? Can't recall seeing it well from here, but it looks like there's a bunch of electrodes sticking out of the head. This is the monitor. There are a whole lot of cables under the table. Junpei, this thing in here is on now. Yeah, that's because we activated the power over on this side. Would you play with it a little? Okay. Yeah, I'll turn the dial here. Turn, turn, turn! I don't think it's working. Nothing's happened. Maybe she missed something. Should ask her to look around the room. Wonder what they washed here. These weird colored stains all over the sink. Wash basin, yeah. It's a rack. There are a bunch of cables. Somebody cut the outer stuff off the cables, like the shielding? I can see the wires. Copper wire exposed. That could be useful for something. This is the monitor, a whole lot of cables. Wash basin. Maybe if you increase the voltage. Roger, will do. Okay, I'm going all the way to max. But max voltage? Hey! Wait, Clover! Oh, shit. But what? I think, Oh, we fried the brain. Oh, we really fried the brain. Oh my god. The mannequin's head. Oh man, that sounds like a fire alarm. What the hell? Fire detected, fire detected. The emergency system will now be activated. Evacuate the room. Hey, that's how we get out. Damn, the gate's still shut. Uh-oh. Control device for the electronic door lock. The green light is on. Junpei, look at the light. Yes, it's green. Emergency system is activated and disabled the lock. Now we can save Clover. Junpei? Come on, kid, jump. She's safe. Oh man, that smoke is some serious business. I didn't actually realize this door connected to that. I thought we interacted with that little panel and it would cause the iron grate to come up. I thought the iron grate was what we were trying to get rid of, but... I'm gonna close the door again, I think. Clover, you okay? Are you hurt? Damn, she's coughing so hard she can't even talk. Of course I'm not alright. The hell took you so long, you big jerk? I was almost dead. You were surprisingly calm in there to be angry with me now. Sorry, I was going as fast as I could. We can do this later. Right now we need to get the hell out of here. Fire's not going to stay in that room forever. I'm out. Okay, that was a fun puzzle room. You found it. I did it. Alright. Thanks, Clover. Trying to end the video here. Alright, we'll hear that we'll hear that again next time. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.